Yep, yep. It's all that stuff.
There you go. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Chris Sieber, and I have the honor and privilege of being the principal of Triway High School. I'd like to welcome you this evening to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. On behalf of the Board of Education, our Superintendent, Mr. Nathan Schindewolf, and the Triway High School staff, it is our pleasure to have you here and to recognize this extraordinary group of young men and women. As we begin this evening, I would like to thank the following people who have helped to make this possible. Please forgive me if I miss anybody, but it is a list. Yael Snyder, Renee Conley, Kara Shuttler, Annie McDowell, Justin McDowell, Jenny Bishko, Tracy Piper, Jason Reith, Pat Hansa, Lizzie Wertheim, the Triway High School teaching staff, and finally, two gentlemen, Mr. McCune and Mr. Oneacre, the advisors for our senior class who have helped to put this entire ceremony together. Let's give them a round of applause, please.
At this time, I would like to recognize our Titan retirees. Thank you for dedicating years of passion and knowledge, shaping countless minds and inspiring today's graduates. As I call your name, please stand. Pam Kelly, Joyce Krebs, Esther Strauss, Lisa Bardall, Julie Moore, and Jeff Baker. These dedicated educators have collectively given decades of service to our school community. They have impacted the lives of countless Triway students. Please join me in a round of applause as we celebrate our Titan retirees. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nate Schindewolf, Superintendent of Triway Schools. This year's seniors are Triway's 63rd graduating class, joining the preceding 62 classes as celebrated alumni. It is with great pride that I address Triway's graduating class of 2025. Today is a monumental day in our district's history. In the same year, the class of 2025 has written the final chapter of Triway's old high school and penned the first chapter in our new pre-K 12 building. You are setting the precedent, etching your legacy into the very foundation of this building. Future classes will look back and know that it was you, the class of 2025, who inaugurated this new chapter. High school graduation is highlighted by the delicate balance of between innings and beginnings. You are closing a significant chapter, one filled with learning, growth, and shared experience. And you are simultaneously stepping into a future ripe with possibility, with uncharted territories, and opportunity yet to be imagined. Putting aside the many firsts and lasts that are taking place, this moment right now is a testament. It's a testament to the late night studying, the early mornings, the victories, and yes, the inevitable setbacks. More than anything, it's a testament to your resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding difficult situations, it's about how you respond to them. It's about learning from mistakes, dusting yourselves off, and finding the courage to try again, even when the path forward isn't clear. You've demonstrated this time and time again. As you step beyond these walls, you'll encounter new challenges, new obstacles, and new moments that will test your resolve. But you are armed with something powerful, the proven ability to overcome. Remember the months you thought you couldn't, but you did. Remember the support systems you built, the strategies you developed, and the inner strength you discovered. Carry that resilience with you. It will be your greatest asset as you forge your paths, pursue your passions, and contribute positivity to the world. Resiliency is more than spoken words. Resiliency is receiving your high school diploma at the age of 92 because your belief in education has never wavered. Resiliency is displaying an amazing strength, an unwavering faith, and a remarkable determination just a few short months after a car accident to join your classmates on graduation day. The future belongs to the willing to adapt, to learn, and to bounce back. And you, class of 2025, have already proven yourselves masters of that art. On behalf of the entire staff at Triway, I am honored to congratulate the very first graduating class from our new school. We, the entire Triway community, are incredibly proud of you. Go forth, face the future with confidence, and let your incredible resilience continue to light your way. Thank you.
And now our speeches by our three speakers. Our first speaker this evening is Sheila Roth.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sheila Roth, and I am honored to be one of the speakers for the class of 2025. Many of you may view our graduation as an ending, and I thought the same thing just a few weeks ago. But a very wise person, Mom, reminded me that this is also a beginning, and our lives are full of first experiences. As you walk down memory lane, many of you in the audience may remember the day we were born, our first steps, first word, and sorry to remind you, our first diaper changes. As you walk down memory lane, other firsts in life include our first day of school, our first sport, first sleepover, and our first time driving, as scary as that was. Some of us may be excited about graduation, while others are apprehensive about the change. A portion of us may be feeling both at the same time. Think of your first day in the old high school as freshmen, and our first day as seniors in the old and new high school. The first time you heard the band practicing during 8th period while you were trying to listen to your teacher, and your first football game in the fall, yelling at the refs when everyone else does, of course. Now that we're all theoretically feeling nostalgic, I want to remind all of you that we still have so many firsts left to experience in our lives. We have our first day at a new job, first day of college, first true love, buying our first home, getting our first speeding ticket, for some of us, and so many other firsts if you think about it. It's important that during this time in our lives, we look forward to our future and not dwell on what we're leaving behind with sadness. We must carry the memories and the life lessons that we learned with us as we move forward. High school has taught us so many things about interacting and working with others. Some of us have learned to be on time, turn in work when it's due, and work with people that we don't always agree with. Others are still working on these concepts. It is important that we take all of what we have learned and apply these lessons when we face our future firsts. May we face them with faith, hope, and love to create first impressions that demonstrate kindness, inclusiveness, diligence, and mindfulness in every action that we undertake. So, here's to our future firsts. Let's be an example to others of what it means to be a Titan. And for one last time, as a student, go Titans!
Our next speaker, Mr. Grant Shagg.
Good afternoon, friends, family, administrators, teachers, and fellow graduates. Standing here today as a commencement speaker of Triway High School class of 2025 is an honor I will always cherish. It feels surreal. It feels like yesterday we were playing at recess in elementary school. Then we blinked, and somehow those days of playing kickball turned into nervous first days of high school, and those days turned into caps, gowns, and goodbye wishes. But here we are, ready to take our next step into creating our own adventures in life. Triway isn't just a place we went to school, it's been our home away from home. Being a Titan means more than just wearing school colors and cheering at the games. It means more than just a cool-looking logo. It is where most of us have grown up. It is where a lot of our family members have grown up. It is where we grew up as individuals but came together as one when needed. Whether it was early morning practices, late night cram sessions for tests, spirit weeks, moving in and out of a new building, or quiet moments in a library, we made memories here that will follow us far beyond Worcester or Shreve, Ohio. To our administrators and teaching staff, thank you for believing in us, even when we struggle to believe in ourselves at times. You taught us more than equations and how to construct essays. You taught us patience, diligence, resilience, and how to accomplish our goals through hard work. To our families, you cheered us on through the highs and lifted us in the lows. Your sacrifices made this moment possible, and we are forever grateful. We hope to make you proud as we move on to our next journey in life. And to the class of 2025, what a journey. We faced challenges no one could have predicted. We grew, we adapted, we proved that even a small town school can raise strong leaders. We proved what it means to be a Titan. That is a warrior. That is a person with great strength and intelligence. Be proud to graduate as a Titan. Give back to those that helped build your foundation. Give back to your communities. So, what's next for all of us? Some of us are heading off to college, trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce. Our paths may look different, but they're all valuable. The most important thing is that we carry with us what Triway taught us, to lead with integrity, to work hard, and to never settle for less than what we are capable of achieving. Go out in this world and be a winner. Keep moving forward when others are giving up. Keep fighting through the bad times to reach the good times. Keep being strong as a Titan. On a personal note, and to conclude, I want to thank God for the many blessings He has given me and us in our lives. With God, all things are possible. Remember that.
And our final speaker this evening, Mr. Josiah Steyer.
Good evening. I'd like to start off with a quote from Jason Momoa from a Minecraft movie. Fear is just weakness, hijacking your body's cockpit. But what is fear? I asked AI, and AI described it as a strong feeling you get when you think something might be scary or dangerous. My fellow peers and I are about to enter a time of life that will be most certainly scary and maybe dangerous. But as we enter this uncertain chapter, we will face a crucial decision. Will we live constrained by our fear of the unknown, or will we boldly move forward despite it? Let's consider what living in this fear looks like. One of my teachers, Mr. Murray, often emphasized to me that leaders do not grow in their comfort zone. To live in fear is to remain where you are, making no effort to grow. We've all seen those graduates stuck in the past, constantly reliving the sports games, halftime shows, concerts, etc., because they are afraid to move forward. Whether they realize it or not, they are paralyzed by the fear of the future. And what does history remember of these people? Nothing. History doesn't remember those who couldn't face the unknown. Is this the life you want to live? In contrast, those who face their fears embrace challenges head on. They approach new experiences with curiosity and excitement rather than dread. They're open-minded, willing to try the mountains instead of returning to the same beach every year for vacation. They understand that not every new experience will bring joy, yet they don't shy away from new possibilities. These individuals are also goal-oriented. They recognize their weaknesses as opportunities for growth. They don't strive for perfection, rather they pursue progress. For example, Abraham Lincoln. He exemplifies this mindset. Before becoming president, Lincoln endured numerous failures, unsuccessful business attempts, congressional nomination defeats, and lost senatorial elections. Yet he did not allow these setbacks to define him. While Lincoln surely feared future failure, he did not let it prevent him from becoming one of America's most influential presidents. Like Lincoln, we will all face fears and failures. The question isn't when these challenges will arise, rather, how will we respond when they do? As we celebrate our achievement and prepare for what's next, I challenge each of you to reflect on this choice. Will you let fear limit your potential, or will you courageously step into the unknown?
Thank you, Sela, Grant, and Josiah. Well done. At this special part of this ceremony, I wanted to share some information with you. The state of Ohio allows school districts to present diplomas to our veterans who have served in the United States Armed Forces between the years of September 1940 and to the end of the Vietnam War. Members of our armed forces have faced some of our country's greatest conflicts during this time: World War II, the Korean War, the Cold War era, and Vietnam. For many, the choice made during these difficult time periods was to leave school and enlist to serve our nation. Many men and women have answered this call, giving of themselves to help defend and protect our country by joining the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard. In the class of 2025, we have 4 students who are doing this very same thing, answering the call. I would like to have Vaden Irvin, Jason Lepash, Karina Pexa, and Daniel Stoffer please stand. At the same time, can we have every person in this gym who has served in the armed forces also stand as we recognize this amazing group of young men and women and our veterans. Thank you. This evening we have a very special honor with Eugene Lyda, who left Shreve School, missing the chance to graduate with his peers in 1948 and enlisted in the United States Army. The Lyda family has a history of serving our nation's armed forces, as 4 of Mr. Lyda's siblings were in the military, with Charles, Wilbur, and Earl in the Air Force, and Albert in the Army. Mr. Lyda served during the Korean War, the Vietnam era, in the Cold War era, as well as Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm, as a member of the United States Army. He earned his GED during this time, but he always wanted a diploma and a chance to graduate. So today, he joins the members of the class of 2025, 77 years after that missed opportunity to graduate with his peers. While the words "thank you" cannot demonstrate enough our gratitude for your service and sacrifice, Mr. Lyda, please know that while you are a Trojan from Shreve, you will always be a Titan from Triway and a member of the class of 2025. If you would, Mr. Schindewolf from the Board of Education, please join me at this time as we honor Eugene Lyda with a diploma from Triway High School. Mr. Light, I had the privilege of presenting to the class a big thank you to the seniors of this graduating class. It was something special to see. Well, this is quite a celebration this evening, a time to reflect and a time to show a lot of great pride. For parents, it is a time to view a milestone where you ask yourself, my gosh, where did the time go? I just put that kid on the bus, and now they're graduating. If you're like me, you face it with a sense of, with my 3 children, all right, 1 down, 2 more to go. When the last one ended last year, graduating from Wadsworth High School, I cried. I was a baby. I cried in front of these guys a little bit tonight, so I'm going to try not to do it again. You're an amazing class. You've navigated a lot of challenges, some expected, some unforeseen. You grew in knowledge. You grew in maturity. You grew in resilience. You discovered talents you didn't know you had. You formed friendships. You perhaps even redefined your dreams and said, no, I'd like to do this versus what you thought about before. And as always, you persevered. Graduation, it's more than a ceremony, and I've told you that time and time again. It is a rite of passage, but it's one for you and it's one for your parents. Because as they sit here, they look back at time with fondness. As you sit here, you're thinking, how much longer do we have to listen to Mr. Sieber talk? Yet it's a turning point. It's a point you never forget that you're with your friends and there's an adventure that lays out before you ahead. As your principal, I've had the privilege of getting to know you in my first year here at Triway. If I could push the reset button, I've said this to some of your parents, I'd like to have you back for a whole another year. You would probably say, you're nuts, we're not going to do that. But I will tell you, you are an athletically talented group, you are an academically gifted group, and you are very, very hard workers. And the stage is where you've shown in the performing arts some amazing things, and it's been fun to watch. For the first time I set foot in the former high school with Maddie Blevins as she walked me around after I'd been selected to be principal, telling me about every classroom and everybody. I said, my gosh, how does this kid keep all this stuff and know everything? Just amazing. To going down in the summertime in Holmes County and getting to meet the FFA crew of Montana, Megan, Abigail, Alex, and Kennedy, who welcomed me as my first Triway group to get to meet. An outstanding bunch. To watching Landon Frank on a Friday night lead the super fans up in the stands, buying you pizza with Mr. Schindewolf at Manchester, really questioning, I don't think Galuch is that good a pizza, but not bad. It was good to feed you guys. And then thinking about crazy basketball times here in the gym. I, as a wrestling coach, always saying to Mr. Schindewolf, a gym never looks good unless there's a wrestling mat in the middle of it, but coming to realize there's something special about Triway basketball. It is an amazing thing to watch. Speaking of amazing things, Brody Snyder wrestling. As I said, a wrestling coach, and watching him giving me heartburn all the time, hitting moves that I'm sitting there going, that can't possibly be a move, and somehow he pulls it off. Opening up our new Performing Arts Center with the cast of Clue, an amazing job they did, seeing the choir, seeing the band, seeing all the things that you do. And then what really touched me was at the end of the year, seeing the love and care that you have for your peers. So, as Ava was recovering with Annette and with Vivian, wondering where Ava's picture went that was supposed to be on the wall for track, and realizing the track team took the picture to be at the track meet with them if Ava couldn't. You got some special kids, Triway, you really do. So, at this time, it is my privilege and my honor to tell Mr. Schindewolf and the Board of Education that I'm presenting you the class of 2025. They have met the requirements set forth by the Department of Education, the Triway Board of Education, and are ready to receive their diplomas from the state of Ohio and the Triway Local School District. Congratulations, 2025. Joining in the presentation of the diplomas this evening will be Superintendent Nathan Schindewolf, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Ryan Gilbert, Mrs. Annette James, Mr. Donald Noble, Mr. Travis Snyder, and Mrs. Angie Giltner. Also assisting will be Mr. Nathan Gabatz from the Wayne County Schools Career Center.
Ronald Christopher Bricker. Ella Marie Weigel. Zachary Andrew George. Angela Guadalupe Mariola. Alexander Michael Bowers. Ava Irene Gaffey. Maxton Lee Fiesler. Lucas Quentin Metz. Kara Allison Steiner. Tyler Rose. Cassidy Jean Self. Ethan Mitchell Wade. Madeline Rose Blevins. Stephen Alexander Shakluna. Gavin Alexander Hatfield. Chloe Sophia Wakosh. Riker Mason Frazier. Chelsea Annette Marks. Chase Jaden Pollock. Cadence Marie Moran. Jakota Jedi Hammett. Clifford James McTheney. Olivia Grace Poolball. Nathaniel Enan Cook. Addison Dawn Hudson. Wesley Grafton Barnes. Montana Mahala Hedrick. Josiah Mark Steyer. Rylan James Robinson. Reese Noel Krylo. Derek Austin Smith. Kennedy Rose Finley. Daniel Joseph Krebs. Rihanna Lynn Byler. Emery Lee Thompson. Dirk Melvin Beery. Isabella Rose Bennett. Landon Nolan Thacker. Sela Claire Roth. Nathan Henry Mayers. Ashley Lynn Braunscheidel. Brody John Snyder. Alexander Matthew Shear. Brooke Marie Dye. Daniel Abraham Stauffer III. Megan Elizabeth Martin. Cameron James Irving. Megan Marie Klein. Nicholas Matthew Graves. Vaden Gregory Irvin. Lauren Michael Moody. Grant Jeffrey Shag. Dana Ashley Armstrong. Cody Robert Lee Meinhardt. Adriana Faye LeBlanc. Will Avery Thompson. Connor Matthew Carr. Kira Nicole Oliver. Xavier Christian Avila. Jera Selah Day. Charles Leroy Mowry. Elena Jean Murphy. Jason Lee LaPache. Gavin Michael Lovejoy. Ellie Taylor Golias. Jacob Larry Bernadine. Kenzie Grace Gaddy. Keith David Harvey. Paige Michelle Gamble. David James Corbett. Austin Keith Patterson. Abigail Nicole Taylor. Colin Emerson Case. Alexia Irene Colball. Gage Bentley Bowling. Alyssa Nicole Hosteller. Nevin Lee Christian. Trace Russell Fireball. Karina Marie Pexa. Maddox James Johnson. Olivia Maring McLaughlin. Sean Michael Pavlich. Ava Lauren Golias. Landon Drew Hosteller. Landon James Frank. Elena K. Bevington. Benjamin Shafrath. Clara May Schultz. Isaac Edward Mormon. Enzo Evans. Lily Mae Mosier. Ryan Miller. Brooke Elise Way. And Wyatt John William Poston.